Hi guys, Peanut here. So honestly, with this is a little different from what I usually stream. Um, I thought about incorporating something different entirely, and I figured maybe I'll actually review a game. So this is something I've been playing for a while now because this is the third game that I'm reviewing. I've played the second game, but not the first one. Actually, I've played all three, just not very long on the first one. I've played 8 years on the second one, and then this one was just released towards the end of 2019. Um, so a little bit about this game. It's actually called Horse Isle 3. I am skipping a little bit. Wow. And the thing about Horse Isle 3 though is that the developers, they listen, but they're not listening to what players are looking for. Um, it's generally overall a really good game, but I think it's missing a couple things. So let me show you, or let's start here, I should say. So this is my ranch isle. It's simple, it's laid out. I have 4 parcels on this island, and I'm not surrounded by anybody. It is huge. Um, the horses, though. So this is a gypsy vanner. His name's Bendy. The details are incredible. Like, they even have correct eye colors. They follow you where you move. It's generally really cute. And I've actually been, like I said, I've been playing this for a while. I have a bunch of horses. So like it kind of like a little upsets me a little bit with some of the stuff that's going on here in this game. Um anyways, um but yeah, so with these you, you can honestly do a couple things. You can pet your horse, you can groom your horse, you can feed, you can water. It's super simple and it's super easy. It's nothing super hard. Some of my buds are gonna join us. We're gonna go run some comps here soon, I think. I forget what we were gonna do. But in general, it's really fun. It is a massive world. Like I have a map here. So this dot is my ranch. And you zoom out and you zoom out and you zoom out. Is my map not working? Oh no, there it goes. Okay, there it goes. This dot is the world center, and all of these blue dots are club villages. There's bunches of club villages. My um, club village is like on the complete opposite side of the world from me. And the thing about this, the funny thing about this is that you have a set travel that you use, and you only have so much travel to get to places. And it's not like it's a bad thing per se, but like after a time, like I'm not hardcore into jumping from place to place to place to place to place to place to place like some people are. A lot of people though will continue jumping from place to place, and it is just impressive on how much travel you can go through, because even though they have reworked the travel system here recently, they've always added more um, horse breeds to this. But the best part about it is how easy it is to find other people. Like it is very geared towards being social with others. And the thing about that is like that's a huge thing, because a lot of horse games, while they get some of the mechanics, they don't get all of it. And a lot of horse games sometimes need to be isolated from others. Like with their second game, it wasn't super bad or anything, but it wasn't like I didn't have the motive to be social. This game, it's player run completely. Like they have you make the courses, build your ranch, you build your own clubs. Like let me show you my club here. It's not really big compared to others, but it's nice enough. And you have a bunch of different biomes and stuff. What I would like to see personally is like weather, like actual weather. In Horse Isle 2, they had sunny, they had cloudy, they had rainy, foggy. It was a bunch of fun to play with. Um, Only problem with Horse Isle 2 is that it's completely Flash ran. So once Flash goes out this December, I'm gonna be sad because I have a couple pixel ponies that like I hold near and dear to my heart. I'm gonna miss them so much. But you have here a bunch of equipment, and this equipment is like great. Like you have a torch, you light up the way, but horsey sense. If you want a tool that is absolutely OP, it's horsey sense. Because what you do is you get these little sparkles, and you follow said sparkles. And you could find anywhere from 5 wilds to 15 in like 30 minutes. I've done that before actually. I hunt mini ponies a lot. And the horses, they're great. Like the colors are vibrant, they're amazing, they're simple, they're easy. I think I might have to optimize my stream because it doesn't seem to want to work nicely. And there's a lot of common horse breeds. I don't know how many exactly are in Horse Isle right now. But it's amazing in how it's amazing how nice Horse Isle is so far. Like I know right now it's just a shell of what it can be. So once Horse Isle, actually gets established, gets off the ground, I think it'll be a lot better. But right now there's just not a lot of content to it, which I think is the bigger downfall. A lot of players just kind of comp all day and breed. Like I not really focusing towards breeding right now, though I do have like a lot of horses that are currently pregnant and expecting foals, but I haven't really forwarded my breeding program much because I don't have the will to breed. And some horses are super like overbred. Like there's thoroughbred hunters. They're not as common as thoroughbred sprinters, but they're still a thoroughbred. So they're very well bred. There's drum horses, they're well bred. What was the other popular horse? I forget who it was. I feel like I'm freezing up. I might need to go re-optimize my stream again. If I stop closing my Streamlabs, I wouldn't have to re-optimize it every 2 streams. Or some junk like that, I don't know. This is just the laptop, because normally I don't have... I feel like it's the laptop. That's what I get for trying to do a separate screen. Okay, let me do it this way. Yeah. There we go. A little better. Kind of. Not really. I should re-optimize the stream, but I don't. I mean, I have to restart. But like with this game, like I said, it's a shell. There's so much more that it could be, that it could have, like how much more it could be, and it's still not quite there yet. But what I like is how, with most game developers, they never seem to listen to their players. But these people, Jor and his wife, they're developers, and they work. They're incredible because like there's one time at one point where you could only have up to 300 horses. Well, they're a small team. There's like 7 developers. I think like 3 full time and 4 part time, and they still managed to make this game a thing. I need to mute my chat. Let's just minimize that. I have people saying that they want to drink cold jars of pickle juice. That sounds like something I would do. But no, it's a small development team, so as much content as there is for Horse Isle as there is now, it is honestly really impressive, and it's not a feat most people can understand. Coding is hard, and it's not something that I would personally want to do. Ooh, I'm keeping you. And so like it's something that I know is gonna take a while. They're gonna need to they're gonna keep working at this, and I'm excited to see where this goes because like I've played Horse Isle 2 for, let's see, I signed up and almost 9 years now. Like it's gonna be 9 years just before the game shuts down because it's flash dependent. Super sad, sob, but you know, it happens. That's how Horse Isle 3 even came to be, was because Flash goes out in December 2020. So instead of letting Horse Isle die with it, they made this, and it still has a lot of work to do. Obviously, there's no NPCs, so even the vet and stuff. The vet is probably the only actual set price in this game, because the vet's price is always flat. All the prices for things in villages are set by players. Nothing other than that. Everything is just player ran. So it makes a difference. I'm gonna catch this wild, and I'm gonna go QT to a bud and see if they actually let me QT. I think travel request was a really good thing they added. Like there's been like so much good stuff. I want a comp, but none of my buds seem to want to. I'm gonna ask again. You're all the way over there. Oh wait. Oh wait. Wait. I can wait. Buds can wait. Like some of the better things about Horse Isle 3. Well, some of the pros. I can't say it's super accurate to horses because you could literally run around with your horse being dehydrated for like ever at a time. But some of the pros of it, it it's a really good community game. It's meant for all ages. It's a very fun community. People like to help each other. Some more pros is that you know it's player based. The developers listen to what players want. One of the cons though is that wait a big pro for this game actually I should mention a big pro for this game. You don't have to actually spend money to get ahead in this game. You can totally just stick with their gold dust, and you can still get Mobia in the game and buy the memberships and stuff. Mobia is the only thing you actually have to that people spend real life money on, and other people can bring it into the game, and you can buy it from them. Current Mobia prices are kind of a little steep. They're going up because it's more in demand because you can get it in game so easy. Horse Isle too, like for a month sub currently, it's almost like 50 million. 50 million. Here, Mobia, no matter how expensive it gets, it's still going to cost the same for a month sub. So that's like a huge pro because it keeps the economy a little bit more balanced. Now, as far as balanced is for the economy right now, I don't think we want to touch that. Because I know some people are already sitting on small fortunes, and I'm just over here with 90,000 gold dust, and I'm like, hi. But no, like with this game, it's always has something new coming out every week. It's awesome. And I have played this for a while. I was actually one of the beta testers. I was signed up as I was beta tester number 54. And my current, I want to say I'm 263 or something like that. But my bud chat is blowing up. But like it's fun. It really is. I don't think I would have actually I didn't think I was going to like Horse Isle 3, but then like the more forward they go, it seems to be the better it gets. like we've like finally here in the more recent months we've actually hit 250 players online at a time. That is huge because shortly at shortly was Horse Isle 2's economy started peaking and going higher with inflation. It dropped down a lot with players playing. And it was kind of sad because it's just kind of like, well, this is just something you would want people to play. We're talking about cheese. I like how the conversation shifted from pickles to cheese. Now I want ice cream. And I don't have ice cream. I am being followed because we're still near my club. I'm gonna run away. Oh, I can't spell. I enjoy the graphics is something very simple, but I think that's what kind of makes it cute because like you can get these these games that have like super like drummed up graphics and like they're super cool and they're super beautiful. But like this is just I think the graphics are really really cute because as far as animated horses go, the horses are probably the cutest thing in this entire game. Like they're adorable. But like as far as like the animations and stuff, yeah, it could use a little bit of work. Honestly. But that's just something that I think will come with time. It is still a very new game. It was only released it only hit live in August of 2019. And you can do so much. I'm trying to find um here you have horse traders, there you have an auction house. Here you have a horse identifier that allows you to um, identify the breed of a horse and determine the genetics and conformation. You have your vet. I need to care for a couple of horses. Then you have your dye station. You can make different dyes. By the way, this is like blueberry filling. That's like totally my favorite thing, but I don't have the stuff to craft it. And then you have your imbuement. You can make the attack more powerful. Um, Let me see. Too bad you can't imbue like polo wraps or something. That'd be a little OP, but it'd be kind of fun. Run around with imbued polo wraps that are just like different colors. Do I even have the gems for this? I do not. Jumping everywhere. Yeah, of course you have you have your stores, and then you have your shopping list, your importer and exporter. I got to set up the importer for my club, so I know exactly what's in it. Yeah. What do I have? Absolutely nothing. This is gonna break me. I'm gonna go hunt more minis. Wait, let me see, because I don't want to get too much. I'm only trying to imbue the saddle right now. It's expensive to imbue anything, so obviously I only want to imbue the saddle. It'll take about 6 million gold dust total to fully imbue anything. So I definitely don't have that. But this would be the 3rd level of imbuement I do to this, so hopefully 40,000 gold dust will be enough. Yeah, no. I'm not that lucky. I'm never that lucky. On the bright side, I have a couple of wild horses I could send to the trader, so... Okay, more than a couple horses, but that's besides the point. Wait. There's your North American stock horse. Don't lag on me! You're being fine this entire time. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, no, none of these horses are actually worth keeping, I think. Wait. Except this one. I'll keep you. The rest can go. I think one of the best parts about this. Actually, I'm very thrilled they added this. Can we stop? Yeah, stop. Because this is like my... I don't have enough. I don't have enough. This is my absolute favorite thing. Okay, so let me show you this. Or let me show you this horse. This makes me incredibly happy. Boom. Mini horse. Can't ride. It's under 12 feet high. Too small. Is this the hotkey? I can't remember the hotkey. Shoot. What's this one? Boom. You have a cart. You have a pony cart. You can ride your mini horses. You're not very strong. Like, the fun part is how all horses... There's no two horses alike. If you have two horses alike, even the possibility with twins, your horses still don't look alike. Can I? Oh, yeah. You're not very strong either. Darn. This sucks. There's findables and stuff, and I think I'm out of film. Yeah, I can't show you the coolness of the film kit. Darn. I wonder. I didn't even think about this before. If I placed you, I know you have tack. Wrong button. Do you still show gated? Aha, you do ride gated. I don't know why this makes me so thrilled. Yeah, see. kind of want to run a comp. I suck at comping. My competitions are also player-built courses, and I am just not a very big person to actually do courses. I actually suck at them. So I build a very simple, very easy endurance course. There's a pot of gold. Jackpot. And kinda wanna run it. I don't have anybody to run it with though. Wonder if I can just go over here and set up a comp for it. There's a comp board you can go to. There's something I want to do first though. Because I know it's gonna be... Oh, wait. Oh, you're only ready for... Darn. It's okay. Just A-okay. Yeah, my course is not anything special, like, honestly. There we go. I really want to test my words per minute. The typing. I used to be really fast with it and now not so much. Now I'm just kind of sitting here just droning on because, like, I'm not quite sure what to do with horse style, honestly, because at some point, like, after the excitement wears off about it, you just kind of hit a stalemate with your game, and then you're just sitting there like, what do I do now? Because that's the problem what everybody has if you've played this. Like, you just don't know what to do now, and it kind of just turns into the same thing. Not everybody does the competitions, not everybody wants to do the breeding, and some people just are there to hang out and have friends. Like, I'm just kind of here for a little bit of everything. Like, I'm not super into the breeding because I just haven't really gotten much. But I think that there's really nothing wrong with this game. Like, you have flashy horses, you can breed foals. Oh, you're doing 2 hours. And, you know, the horses have, like, really nice coats. Like, and I was breeding Gypsy Vanish for a while there, and now I started breeding Puerto Rican Pasos. I have a couple good Shirs. Blue Roan is my absolute favorite coat color. You even have chances to have, like, more rare things. Like, you can have a Mosaic coat, which is when you have a horse with 2 different colors in their coats that are complete opposites. My Mosaic's not very good. Like, Dulce de Leche is a Mosaic, but you can't really tell she's 2 different colors. She's still really pretty. But no, this is just this game. Like, it's honestly great. I just wish that there was more to do. Like, I wish there was some kind of NPC to do quests with, because don't get me wrong, I think player-based quests aren't necessarily bad things, but there's only so far you can do with player-based quests. It doesn't matter how good they are. If there's no benefit to actually having them, then I don't see the point of them. Because even then, with player-based quests, there's still very limited things that actually entitles to, and there's some people that have already completed all the player-based quests out there in the game. So it's just kind of like, do you continue forward with those quests or do you do something else entirely? And that's, I think, the real question most people are running into is what's going to happen next when people start running out of things to do? Well, the problem is it's already a problem now. You're running into players running out of things to do, they're bored, even with live auctions, it's hard to sell a horse. It is just, this game has not exactly had many good impressions to a lot of people already. And it's sad because, like, it's not like it's a bad thing, but with most horse games today, you miss one thing. You either miss out on how horses truly are, how horses can be, or how things could be, because it's not the same. And often enough, it's true. Like, I've seen the articles from the, I think what was it, the main event, about talking about how horse games lack something, and I kind of have to agree with some of the articles I've seen. But like, there's just something about them that it's just they just don't have any of the lack or the appeal because it's just they're bland. They're missing. Mm. Now I've droned on for a while here. I'm pretty sure I could ask any of my buds what their biggest problem is with horse isle, and they could probably list off like this big thing, like what they would like to see improved in horse isle. Actually, I kind of want to do that. Because like everybody like has their own opinion. Like my opinion is just adding some more smaller details instead of bigger things, like adding weather, adding some texture to the trees, adding some texture to the grass, you know, small things like that that'll improve like over. See, more horse animations. Like I actually like that one too because horses do kind of just stand and stare. Like it's not better graphics, smoother gameplay, this game worth being live. Like exactly, like that's the kind of things that I think the developer should really focus on is, some of the like sort of worrying about like how many horses you can have. What about the graphics? Like what about making the game smoother? Like I get that, some older computers can't handle it. Well, they're saying if your computer is, I think, was over 7 years old, it won't be able to run Horse Isle 3 at all. And I'm like, that doesn't work very well in general when like you're trying to have a game that can impress people, bring in some money, and just overall have like this incredible atmosphere. And yeah, graphics I think is a big thing that a lot of people look forward to because like I am a huge graphics person. Like graphics is what draw me in. And yeah, I can't code any of that stuff, but I think that's what makes or breaks the game is graphics. Like, I'm not saying this game has to be Star Stables where that thing has like graphics, but like graphics up to wazoo. Oh wow, Coco. But to have graphics that actually add textures, like even just the wind blowing the leaves on the trees would be better than how it is. Like, huh. But like some of the things that this thing does, like it lags sometimes. Like for some odd reason, like you can just be doing something random with nobody around you, and you'll just start lagging. That so small like graphic improvements I think would be good. What is yours? What is yours? like, and you could like, I think I like training horses too. The idea of training horses, because like you can definitely boost their speed. Like, obviously this horse is fully trained, and its top speed is 20 miles per hour, and the sprint boost is 0.81%, which means that the horse can run at a top speed of 36.2. So trying to fake, so the mets are something that are important. The horses actually react to their personalities. Like, you have a skittish horse, you're probably not going in a dark forest. You have a stubborn horse, well, I forget what stubborn horses do. Antisocial horses won't let you walk, will freeze, will stop moving. You cannot move through crowded horses. Leader horses, you will spin in circles. Ornery, you're getting bucked. And lazy, you slow down a lot. I don't have... I don't think I have any big stubborn horses. Oh wait, yes I do. My Appaloosa Snickerdoodle's 4% stubborn. When did I change your name? You're supposed to be Snickerdoodle. I know, it's kind of ironic. Did it change because of the... Huh. I'm reworking my ranks, so... I might have thought I was changing the rank title and changed the horse's name instead. It's happened before. People are so loud. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long is on mine. And 10 minutes. Yeah, okay, so we run in 10 minutes. I built a super simple course where all you do is it's just run. It's not jump and no jumps or anything. And that was kind of on purpose because I tried running a jumping course, and yeah, that didn't work out very well. I was terrible. I'm not quite sure what else to talk about. I have ran into things to not talk about. Waiting for this to start. I just like, I think of some of the things that, you know, Horizontal could improve on. They might touch up in the future, they might not, but I think a lot of it is just kind of what players like want an experience, because like even with these horse profiles, if you compare them to other horse profiles, I think it just depends, like, honestly. Okay, yeah, okay. I just saw the message that it actually removed. I don't know, Twitch is weird with that stuff. Normally it's, um, I don't know, I just, not a big fan of Twitch, but that's just me, because Twitch is annoying. In my personal opinion, TV hunters are underappreciated. Five minutes till comp starts. Okay. Yeah, I'm reworking my ranks and it's going slowly. It's going very slowly. Unfortunately. It'll be okay. It'll very much be okay. I don't know if it will ever be okay, but that's just me. And now I get to do the fun tasks of reassigning horse profiles. I still have a lot to do. Half these ranks aren't even correct anymore. You're passo, so you got a 500. You stay there. This was not the plan, honestly. also went to the farm show this week. It's a Pennsylvania farm show, and I was there for like 7 hours the first day, and ended up with a cold. And all week I've just been fighting it, and it's so bad because the last thing to go is the cough. So it's like the worst. Oh, a tree grew in the way. I gotta trim that tree. So, I mentioned before that Horse Isle has several different biomes. So here you have a plains biome, nice and open. The biome with like the different colored trees, that's a fall forest. Here you have a you have a beach, and then there's another biome. There's quite a few. Like my ranch was on an atoll, which is a rare biome in the volcanic. Wow, I don't. Sorry, I'm just staring at the mac and cheese that my husband just brought me. Um. Okay. Yeah, it's an atoll. Oh my gosh. Hey, look, I wrote a post. Yes. Okay. So it's an atoll, and it's an volcanic biome. It's a more rare sub biome of it. I have another. I have a couple. There's like several different sub biomes to some other biomes. I should really go around and show all the biomes and the lack of detail. Hmm. Oh, and here in one of the more recent updates, they added animals. So there's chances of finding like deers, foxes, wolves, um, boars. I think boars, warthogs. There's moose. And obviously wild horses. I hit a stone and slowed down really far. What even? I am falling behind. What even? Yeah. Even though it's all watery, it's still not very good lemonade. No, just a little further. Ah! That was fun. But I think that's gonna be the end of this wonderful thing. Um, all in all, I think we can all agree that horse style does have some things that could be used. Uh, Definitely could use like better graphics, smoother running, that kind of stuff, and like more horse animation. So they do that is a very good point. But otherwise, like it's still a really good game, and I think in the long run, once the game is a bit more established, that maybe we'll actually see those things. And I really hope that they do put more content into this game because it's really good. It's still just a shell. Like they have so much that they could do. Like this is just so empty right now though. But I want to thank you all for watching and joining us today. It's not very often that I actually do things like this, honestly, because I'm just more of a straight uh, let's play the gore games because I'm currently playing the Evil Within and I don't want to stream that because that is for sure just something um, for 18 plus. I am restricting that on my channel, so yeah. That's not something I can actually just show. This is going to be available for everybody because it is still technically a kid's game, but it has a lot of more mature players because of a lot of people are coming over from Horizon 1 and Horizon 2 to come play Horizon 3, and so those two games have a I feel like people compare those two games to this one too much, thinking that, this is going to be kind of like those two, when really, this is honestly just its own game in itself. Like, you can't expect the success of the first two games to carry over to Horizon 3. And because it's only a shell and has a lot to do and a long ways to go, it doesn't make it fair that people are judging it so harshly. Like, yes, it should still